Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'll turn it over to our presenters. We are here this evening in session B2. So first up, we'll hear from Tennessee Tech University.
Hey y'all, my name is Keisha Claybrooks and I'm an admissions counselor here at Tennessee Tech University. Not only do I work here, but I'm also a recent graduate from this institution as well. I graduated December 2019 with a business management degree. So let's go ahead and get started. So fast facts and resources about Tennessee Tech. We are one of the top ranked universities in the nation. 47% of our students graduate completely debt-free. That's almost unheard of, and that's a true testimony to how affordable this institution is. 2/3 of our students receive some type of financial aid, and we also have an 18:1 student to faculty ratio, meaning that Tennessee Tech, we are considered a medium-sized institution. So here at Tech, you won't be considered just a number here. We care about you as a student, so that's why we have our class sizes so small, so you can build that one-on-one relationship with your professors and build those study groups with your peers. Resources, we do have free academic tutoring here for our students. We also have a multicultural affairs office dedicated for our students of different diverse cultures. You can study abroad in 22 countries. That's a great way for you to study your concentration in a different country. And we also have our Center for Career Development here as well to make sure students' needs are met while they're here in school, but even afterwards with job placement opportunities. So majors and concentrations. We have over 40 majors with 100 concentrations. Our most popular majors are engineering, the College of Engineering, the College of Business, Education, and Nursing. So if you didn't know this now, Tennessee Tech, we are a big STEM school. About 1/3 of our students here at Tech are engineering majors. And also another thing, we're a big nursing school as well. So we have a wonderful nursing program. 99% of our students that are nursing students, they pass our NCLEX exam with a 99% passing rate. So student life here at Tennessee Tech, we want you to have fun, get connected, and most importantly, get involved. And what better way to do that than to do that here on Tennessee Tech's campus? We have over 200 plus student organizations here for our students. Also, we do have athletics. So if you didn't know this now, Tennessee Tech, we are the home to 14 NCAA Division I teams. And also, all students get into all athletic events for free as well. So we want you to live and eat on campus. We do have 15 residential halls in our Tech Village apartments that are located right across from the Volpe Library. Library. Within our residential halls, we do have 12 co-ed halls, 2 male and 1 female. These are our restaurants that we have here on campus. We have Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Papa John's, Which Wich, Steak and Shake. And if you've never heard of Au Bon Pain, think of it like a Panera Bread. And our Au Bon Pain is located in our Volpe Library. So Cookeville's super pretty. It's super close to Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Nashville. When you're a student here, there's a lot of mom and pop restaurants here that give you Tennessee Tech discounts if you're a student. So all you have to do is tell them that you're a student and you'll get a 10 to 15% discount off your food. So admissions requirements, freshmen, all students with a high school GPA of a 3.0 and above are automatically accepted into Tennessee Tech. If you don't have a 3.0, that's okay. If you have a 2.5 GPA with a 17 ACT composite score with a 15 on all of your subscores, you'll be accepted into Tennessee Tech as well. So these are our in-state tuition and fees. For our full-time tuition rate is $5,169. That doesn't include your residential hall or your meal plan, but when you add those two, it'd be that $10,452. I know that sounds a lot, but once you add your financial aid and your scholarships, that number can go down tremendously. These are our out-of-state tuition and fees. I'm not going to cover that too much with you guys, but it's the same broken down process. But once you tie those in together, it'd be that $12,552. So scholarships, there's only one scholarship application. You can apply online through ScholarWeb, and our scholarship deadline is December the 15th if you are graduating May 2021. So admissions checklist, we want you to apply for admissions. September, go ahead and apply for scholarships. October, that's when our residential life housing application opens. And December the 15th is our scholarship deadline. And in the spring, we want you to contact me. I'm your admissions counselor, and you can schedule a campus visit, and make sure you turn in all your necessary documents into the admissions office. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Again, my name is Keisha Claybrooks, and I'm always here to help you any way that I can. And here is my contact information.
All right, thanks so much. So next up, we will hear from the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
All right. Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for taking the time to attend and learn more about the University of Alabama at Birmingham. My name is Kaylee Havens. I'm the Interim Assistant Director of Admissions for Regional Recruitment here at UAB, and I'll be your point of contact for any questions you have about UAB or the admissions process. So to get started, UAB is an urban campus located in the heart of downtown Birmingham. Our campus spans over 100 blocks of the city of Birmingham, but our undergraduate campus only spans 19 city blocks. We are considered a mid-sized institution with just over 22,500 students total, but our undergraduate population is a little bit under 14,000 undergrads. Birmingham is a city going through a lot of growth and revitalization, and it's a really exciting time to be a part of this city. You'll hear our students say that the city is their classroom, and this is true, and it's also because of many opportunities that are provided to students as a result of being the only school in the heart of this medium-sized city. So our city really does look to us for jobs, internships, all of the above. UAB offers many experiential learning opportunities for our students. We're a top-tier research institution, and more than half of our students actually participate in undergraduate research, and you can start doing research as early as your freshman year. We also have 5 hospitals located on campus that we own and operate, including a children's hospital, a level 1 trauma hospital, and a veterans hospital, and UAB Hospital is actually the 3rd largest public hospital in the country. With the growth in Birmingham, we've seen a lot of rise in the business community. Birmingham is actually home to over 40,000 different businesses. And with that, we've had the opportunity to be a founding partner in something called the Innovation Depot, which is actually the largest small business incubator in the South. And through this and other community partnerships, we've actually seen 60 students graduate from UAB as CEOs of their own company. And 60 is huge. We're only 51 years old, so we're a very young university as well. We're most well known for our health sciences, but we also have other incredible programs. In our College of Arts and Sciences, we offer several joint school of medicine programs, including our newest major, cancer biology. We're the only school in the United States to offer cancer biology at an undergraduate level. You can also find musical theater and digital forensics in our College of Arts and Sciences. Our Colat School of Business opened a new building in 2018, and it offers several unique programs, including industrial distribution with a concentration in medical equipment and sales distribution. Our School of Education has produced 6 out of the past 9 Alabama State Teachers of the Year, and this is the college that you'll find our kinesiology program in, which allows you to graduate with a teaching certificate, and you can even bring it back home to your home state if that's your desire. We offer 6 engineering programs, including biomedical, civil, electrical, materials, mechanical, and our newest major, engineering design. And all 6 of those have a 5th-year master's option. Our School of Health Professions offers healthcare management and biomedical sciences. And my personal favorite, our School of Public Health, focuses on awareness and prevention. And it's a really popular major for anyone who's wanting to go pre-med, or if you're just trying to dabble in the public health sector. This also includes a 5th-year master's option. Our School of Nursing is ranked top 15 in the country, and we offer the Dean's Nursing Scholars Program, where you can be admitted directly into nursing school if you have a 3.2 GPA, a 25 ACT, or a 1210 SAT. If you'd like to learn more about academic programs, you can visit our website or set up a virtual visit with me. We also have a thriving honors college. So if you have a 28 ACT, a 1320 SAT, and a 3.5 GPA, you will automatically be admitted into our personalized pathway. But we do offer 3 specialized pathways: leadership, global leadership, STEM, and our university honors program. Those do require a separate application and interview process. And we can't talk about all the academics without focusing on the fun. We have Division I athletics, we have 26 Greek organizations, and over 300 plus clubs and organizations that you can be a part of. If you're interested in applying to UAB for fall 2021, our application's already open and you can apply via the Common App or online using the link here. All we need is your transcript, your $40 application fee, and we're excited to announce that we are now test optional for summer, spring, and fall 2021. So when you're applying, you do have the option to choose if you would like your test scores to be used for consideration. And if you choose to not submit your test scores, we'll look at your high school GPA and the rigor of curriculum for consideration. We also offer guaranteed out-of-state scholarships that are based on your GPA and test scores. So you just find your GPA, the test score that correlates, and that annual amount will be guaranteed every year for the next 4 years. If you don't have a test score and you want to be evaluated without it, we'll use your rigor of curriculum combined with your GPA to determine your scholarship level. We also offer hundreds of scholarships that are not tied to your GPA and test scores, and this portal is also open for admitted students, and it closes February 1st of your senior year. We'll stack all of our scholarships on top of our financial aid. And we're really excited to now be offering on-campus visits again in combination with our virtual visits that will still exist. And you can schedule those using the link right here. You do get to meet with academic programs and our honors college when you do a campus tour. And finally, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. You can find my phone number and my email here, and I'm happy to schedule an individual meeting with you. Thanks for joining, and go Blazers.
Fantastic, thank you. So next up, we'll hear from Maryville College.
And I'm an enrollment counselor with Maryville College. I'm so happy to talk to you all today. Maryville College is located about 6 hours away from Memphis, Tennessee, and 30 minutes away from Knoxville. We're also 45 minutes away from the Great Smoky Mountains, so we're right in the middle, and we really pride ourselves on having and encouraging students to get outdoors and using all of our amazing resources that we have in our area. This year we are test optional. Our application is completely free and there is no essay required. Our student body is around 1,200 students total, and that leaves us at a student to teacher ratio of 12:1 per class. So some of our rankings, we are ranked by US News and World Report as the 3rd best regional college in the South, in addition to 3rd best college for undergraduate teaching. We are a 4-year liberal arts college, so that means we do not hold programs for master's or PhD, but we do have several dual degree programs such as nursing and pre-vet and engineering as well that can take you over to a master's program as well. And also we are ranked 8th best value school. We have a Mountain Challenge program that is very unique to Maryville College. It encourages students to, again, get outdoors and participate in outdoor activities. These adventures are student-led. It's also an opportunity for work study if you're interested in outdoor tourism or environmental studies. Some of these programs are yoga classes, hiking groups, kayaking, and what you see here is an alpine tower where you can climb, you're fully harnessed, you have a helmet, everything is completely safe, and it's just a great challenge outside of academics. Our scholarships, 100% of our students receive academic award, and that is academic merit awards. We accept Tennessee Hope. Our scholarships range from $14,000 to full tuition. We have stackable competitive scholarships, and our tuition is actually $1,500 less than the average student cost at other public Tennessee universities. So although we are a private school, it is $1,500 less on average. So get the MVP treatment at Maryville College. We have over 60 programs of study. You can customize your experience with a minor in almost any of our fields. That's a great aspect of us being a liberal arts college. Value, as I mentioned, our education comes out to $1,500 less on average for student costs at other public Tennessee universities. And our purpose is to do good on the largest possible scale. Our student body actually clocks in around 2,000 hours of community service a month. Ways to connect with us: you can visit our campus virtually or in person. You can chat with an enrollment counselor like myself on our website, maryvillecollege.edu. You can look at your territory, your state, and you can find it specifically who your enrollment counselor is. We also have the opportunity to connect you with professors virtually, and you can also sit in on a class if you come in for a on-campus tour. So here is my contact information. Again, my name is Katrina Alvarez. I'm an enrollment counselor with Maryville College. I would love to hear from you and help connect you with like-minded students and professors who can guide you in your career goals.
All right, thank you. So next we'll hear from Jackson State Community College.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Jackson State Community College and the incredible things we have going on and how it changed my life, and I think it can change your life as well. So talking about how we can actually, you can actually apply to Jackson State Community College. It's very, very easy. Or let me tell you about some things about Jackson State. So we're an open access school, which means that we don't care what your ACT score is. We don't care what your GPA is. We want to give you a chance to pursue the education that you believe you can get. And so we're open access. We have transfer degrees that will go to any of the four-year schools in Tennessee, and we have career-ready programs if that's what you would rather have. We have a completion coaching model here that is designed to give you full wraparound services. So that means you always have somebody fighting in your corner to make sure that you're going to be successful with us. And we have highly qualified faculty here that have PhDs in their field, that are working in their field while teaching here. And our tuition is the most affordable in our region. For a year, it's about $5,000 for tuition, books, and everything like that. So it's very affordable to attend Jackson State. How do you get started? With us, we have a free application, and it's free all year long. You just go to jscc.edu and hit apply now at the top, and you just fill out that application. You complete the FAFSA and put us as your number one choice. And then you submit your high school transcripts, ACT scores, and a copy of your driver's license. And then we get you fully accepted to Jackson State, and then you're ready to attend orientation, which happens about May of every year. Our degrees, so we have over 50 degrees. I've put a few in here just so you can get a taste for what we have. We have your applied science degrees that are hands-on, your technical areas. Those range from nursing, occupational therapy, physical therapy, to business degrees, cyber defense, programming, networking. And then we have at the very bottom there, engineering systems. I want to highlight that because that's one of our most popular programs. Our students go through there, learn how to fix these big machines in factories, and they work with robotics. And many of our students come out making over $100,000 a year in that degree, and they have no debt. They've used Tennessee Promise. It's a really great program for them. Then on the other side, we have transfer pathways that are designed to go to four-year colleges. So you start with us, do 2 years, and then transfer. We have anything from business to agriculture, English, foreign language, pre-health, psychology. And then for those of you that don't know what you want to major in, we have a degree called general studies. And that's what we would put you in if you're not totally sure what you want to major in. Affording college at Jackson State is very easy. Like I said, you automatically qualify for the Tennessee Promise if you're a Tennessee student and have done the application. Then you may even get a Pell Grant, which will pay your tuition and give you even money back in your pocket for books, clothing, gas, things like that. We have Jackson State scholarships here that you can apply for, student employment, the Hope Scholarship. There are third-party scholarship options like churches, organizations, things like that that you could apply for. And then there's also a possibility for veteran assistance. If you are a veteran, or if mom or dad was a veteran and didn't use their GI Bill, you may be able to use some of that money for your college education as well. So some of the things we have on the student services side, I mentioned completion coaching. They are someone who's assigned to you to make sure you're moving through your class successfully and that your needs are being met, that you have anything from just the basic school supplies all the way to somewhere to live. You have that consistency. There is someone there that can help you with that. We have a counseling and career service office, and we have a licensed mental health counselor on staff to help you with all of that. We have a disability resource center, a veteran affairs center that's specifically for veterans and veterans dependents. And then we have student clubs and organizations. So Jackson State's weird in that we don't have Greek life or anything like that, but we do have over 15 clubs and organizations that are thriving and doing a lot on campus. Anything from the nursing club to engineering club to human rights, anime club, there's something there for everybody, and we would love for you to get involved with that. On the academic side, we have many things to help you while you're moving through your coursework. We have an academic assistance center that provides free tutoring for every subject on campus, no matter what it is. We have a writing center that you can go get free writing help pretty much all day long. You can submit things online, or you can walk in at any time. We have a smart math lab center that works the same way for all of our math classes on campus. You have an academic advisor in your program that is there to make sure you're moving through the program successfully, that you're taking the right courses, and talking to you about your career options, where you want to go to school after us, and things like that. And then the last three are technologies that we have. We have Smart Thinking and Embedded Librarian. What those are online options you have for tutoring and research needs. If you can't make it to our campus, or during the time of COVID like we're in right now, you can submit help through there, and they can help you find books, journal articles. They can help you with homework and all of those things. And then we have 6 open computer labs on campus. So we obviously encourage you to have your own laptop, but we do have labs here if you need help with any of that. We also have athletics, so you can play men and women's basketball, softball, and baseball with us, plus a lot of different intramural sports that you can just play for fun. So we are competitive. We do compete at a high level at Jackson State, and we call ourselves the Jackson State Green Jays now. So again, my name is Seth, and if you ever have any questions, you can screenshot this right here and reach out to me. I'd love to tell you about how Jackson State can change your life.
Great. And next up is Arkansas Tech University.
Good evening. My name is Deidre Dillard, and I am an admissions counselor from Arkansas Tech University. A little bit about Arkansas Tech. We are located in the River Valley of Arkansas. If you get on I-40 coming from Tennessee, it's a straight shot. You'll stay on there until you get off in Russellville, and Arkansas Tech is right there. We are the 3rd largest institution in the state of Arkansas, and we have the 2nd highest graduation rates. Our main campus is in Russellville, the one campus that I recruit for, and then we also have an Ozark campus in Ozark, Arkansas that holds our technical certificates and associate degrees. We are also #1 in the state of Arkansas for students who choose STEM. So we have a lot of STEM programs that are all nationally accredited and highly respected in the work industry. Our student-to-teacher ratio is 18:1. So if you like the smaller class size, Arkansas Tech can be the perfect place for you. We have over 140 undergraduate degrees and then 27 graduate programs. And because Tennessee is right next door to us here in Arkansas, we do offer in-state tuition to our Tennessee residents. So you will be paying what all of our other Arkansas residents pay. These are some of our majors here. Like I said, we have over 140. And so we have a College of Business, College of Natural and Health Sciences, College of Arts and Humanities, College of Education, and College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. And we also have several pre-professional programs as well. To get into Arkansas Tech, we have 2 types of admission. We are not test optional, but we do give you the option to take the ACT, the SAT, or the Next Generation AccuPlacer. So for unconditional admission, we require a composite score of a 19 on the ACT, or you can see those SAT and acupressure scores, and then a cumulative high school GPA of a 2.0. If you don't have that 19 composite score, we will accept as low as a 15 ACT or respective SAT and acupressure, and then still that 2.0 cumulative high school GPA for admission. And our application is 100% free to fill out, and it's all online. So you can go directly to that website, apply.atu.edu, or you can go to our homepage and then scroll down and click it from there. As I said, it's completely free to fill out. There is no essay requirement or anything like that. So it only takes about 15 minutes. Once you submit your online application, you will then go to your counselor and request that they send us your transcript and test scores, and they can be sent in any fashion that your school typically sends them, and we accept them that way. After you get admitted to Arkansas Tech, you are automatically considered for academic scholarships. They start at a 17 on the ACT and go up from there. We do have a priority deadline of November 15th, and then our final deadline is not until February 15th. One cool thing about us here at Tech, we will accept through the February ACT date for scholarship consideration. So if you're still taking the ACT this semester and even into the next semester, continue to send us those scores, because you can become scholarship eligible, or you can even raise your scholarship to the next bracket. And if you happen to raise your ACT or SAT score, we will automatically increase your scholarship award for you. So this is the cost per year to come to Arkansas Tech. Our total cost, which is tuition, fees, room and board, meal plan, plus any extra expenditures that you might have by being a student here at Arkansas Tech, our total is about $17,767 per year. And so you break that in half, it's about $8,500 per semester, which makes us one of the more affordable four-year institutions in the state of Arkansas. And so you can see everything that's there broken down for you. After you get admitted to Arkansas Tech, you also are able to start applying for housing. So take a look into our residence halls beforehand. You can take a virtual tour. We're not allowing visitors into our residence halls yet, but you can take virtual tours Tuesdays and Thursdays through the Zoom. Our student ambassadors will be giving those live tours. We have 11 different residence halls, and we also have 3 campus apartment complexes. So you're able to stay in any of our residence halls as a freshman. We do require our students that live on campus their first 2 years as a student at Arkansas Tech. We also are offering on-campus tours. So if you would like to come to Arkansas Tech, like I said, you just get on I-40 and stay there until you reach Russellville. You can register for a campus tour by going to that website right there. Our on-campus tours are Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. We also offer a 24/7 virtual tour option that is self-navigated. You can go through and look for yourself. Or we have virtual meetings where they're more of a one-on-one style, where you will be meeting with a admissions counselor like myself, as well as one of our student ambassadors. And so you'll be able to ask more intimate questions and then also get the student perspective by talking to our student ambassador. And once again, my name is Deidre Dillard. I am from Arkansas Tech University. My information is listed right there. And I also encourage you all to follow us on social media, because we do a lot of giveaways as well as contests for scholarship money. Thank you.
All right, so our last school for the 6x6 is Berea College, and then we'll have a few minutes for a Q&A.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alejandro, and I am the admissions representative for your area. And here to talk to you about Berea College. We were selected the #1 bang for your buck school by Washington Monthly. Because of our no tuition promise, 49% of our students can graduate completely debt-free. Our no tuition promise is valued at over $176,000 over 4 years. So bottom line, if you get into Berea College, you will not pay for tuition. The other 51% of people who graduate from our institution graduate with only $5,500 average in debt. And that is a really stark difference because the national average is about $30,000 currently. So that's 5 to 6 times less. You will receive $2,000 your first year because of our Berea College work program. We are a work-study college. There are only 9 institutions in the United States that are federally recognized as work studies. This will give you career preparation. You will have peer-to-peer mentoring, as well as supervisors that will mentor you and really help you grow. And you'll gain practical skills that will actually be transferable to your field, whether you want to go on to grad school or if you want to, start school straight after college. We have over 300 different positions at over 150 different departments. So you can work anywhere from the farm to the office and anything in between. Number 3, we were the number 3 liberal arts college according to Washington Monthly. That's because we have over 60 areas of studies. We are a liberal arts college, so we have a little bit of everything: hard sciences, social sciences, languages, and STEM plus N, so that's STEM and nursing as well. Our average class size is 14 students, so you get really hands-on education with your fellow professors and fellow students. We have a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Our undergraduate research is spectacular. Every single student, before they graduate, they do a capstone, which is undergraduate research. So you will have that in your resume, and you will have a college advisor, an academic advisor, who will guide you through this undergraduate research. And then you also have the possibility of going to many different conferences to go and present your undergraduate research or any other research you do throughout your 4 years here. And we will actually fund travel as well. So if you want to go travel to a conference, or you want to go travel to a graduate school or a job interview, we will actually pay for you to go do those things. We also have funding for the GRE, the LSAT, and the MCAT. So once you're getting out of our, institution and you need to move forward, we will actually give you funding to go on to graduate school. You will have 4 years of opportunities. Our study abroad program is like none other. We fund up to 75% of your study abroad costs, and we do not limit where you can go. So you can pretty much go to any country at any program, as long as we are not at war with that country. We will fund 2 of your internships as well. So you will have funding for food, funding for travel, funding for, just miscellaneous funding. I actually am a graduate of Berea College. I did this myself. I would come back with more money after doing internships, which is really unheard of. And service learning. We're a very service learning oriented institution. So some classes have integrated something called the active learning experience. So you will actually get to go volunteer. We have Habits for Humanity. We have many different organizations like that we partner with, where you will be doing a lot of service and you will learn through that service. Also great for your resume. 5 notable alumni. As you can see, we have a very wide variety of graduates, but we'll start with number 1, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the father of Black History Month. We are proud to say that he is a graduate of our institution and only the 2nd Black man to get a degree from Harvard and a PhD. So we're very proud that he's one of us. We have C.E. Morgan, who is a finalist for the 2017 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction. So there we have literature. Dr. Samuel Hurst, he was the inventor of touchscreen technology. And he's still alive today, very important. He's based in Nashville now. So if you're using a touchscreen technology phone, you can think of Berea College graduate. Akilah Hughes, she's a writer, comedian, YouTuber, podcaster, and actress. And Dr. John Fenn was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work in mass spectrometry. So we have quite an array of graduates. And finally, number 6, there's just 6 steps between you and Berea. You would apply online for free. There's no application fee. We would need your high school transcript, of course. We would need a counselor evaluation form, which you can also find online. We will actually email this to you as well after you submit your application. This year we are going test optional, so you do not have to worry about the ACT or SAT if you don't want to submit that. We will need a teacher recommendation form, also found online, and FAFSA, of course. And here are some key dates. Coming up right before Halloween, right on Halloween actually, we have our early action deadline. So get that application in by then, and you will be considered for early action. November 30th will be a priority deadline, and March 31st, our final deadline. Once again, my name is Alejandro, and I'm representing Berea College. Here is my information, and at the bottom there, you can apply. So you can just get in contact with me if anything. Thank you.
All right, thank you to all of our presenters. So now we have about 10 minutes available for the Q&A, and I will maybe kick things off and just go in order for the presenters. So going back to the top with Tennessee Tech and then going through, I just want to ask all of our presenters to turn on their videos and to let us know just something unique or special about your school, some tradition that maybe you don't get to talk about all the time, or this would be also a chance to add anything that you didn't get to in your 6-minute presentation.
So since you're starting with me, one of my favorite traditions at Tennessee Tech that we have this every year. It's called our Week of Welcome. It's our first week of school. We have tons of events on campus, and during the Week of Welcome, my favorite event that happens is Dancing on Dixie. It's a great way to come out and meet different people. They have music outside, free food, free t-shirts. It's just a really good way for you to get connected with the university and meet different people. So Dancing on Dixie would be my favorite.
Okay, I guess I'll go second. So here at UAB, again, we're really young. We're only 51 years old, so we're still making our own traditions, which is a really great experience for students to be a part of. Right now, probably the most notable tradition we have is a gurney derby. So being a foundation in medicine, we actually race hospital gurneys through the largest street in Birmingham during our homecoming week. Don't worry, there's dummies on the gurneys and it's not actual patients. We're very safe when it comes to that. So that's probably our most notable tradition. And it is really great just to be a part of something where you kind of get to build it from the ground up.
Something that's very unique to Maryville College, in addition to our Mountain Challenge, is that one of our campus buildings was actually built by hand by our students back in the early 1900s. And that whole building process was actually spearheaded by a Japanese immigrant student who transferred to Maryville College. He rallied and fundraised for the funds to make that happen, and the students made bricks by hand and built the building. A large portion of it still stands today. Obviously, it's been renovated since, but it still stands on our campus. And it's just a reminder for us and all of our students about our history of inclusivity and diversity on campus.
For me, I'll be the one that deviates and says something about something we offer. I think one of the hidden gems at Jackson State is our honors program. So you can actually get into our honors program, study specifically with professors, and then present at conferences, write your own research. And that's what I did as a student at Jackson State. And that's what got me hooked into the honors program at my bachelor's degree and allowed me to travel to different conferences and things like that. And so we have faculty that, and for me, I was a history nerd. So I worked with the history faculty, and they actually wrote in their fields, wrote books, wrote articles, and it was incredible that I got that at a small community college in Jackson, Tennessee, and that connected me to this wider world. So I think it's those hidden gem programs we have that are also really, really special.
At Arkansas Tech University, one tradition that we have is called the Summer Send-Off. It's a carnival that we have every summer, well, spring, right before finals week. And so we invite students and the community members, things like that, to come out and enjoy a small carnival that is put on. Everything is free. We offer t-shirts, everything like that. So it's kind of a way for our students to relax and kind of take their mind off of finals week for just a few hours before they kick off and get started with that week. And we have that every spring semester.
And for Berea College, one unknown fact is we were actually the first interracial and coeducational institution in the South. We have been standing for over 160 years. And today, one of our really awesome traditions is Mountain Day, where it's always on a Wednesday and it's always in October, where we cancel classes completely and we all go head up to the mountain. And we actually just have a whole festival on the mountain. There is a sunrise hike and there's choir. They sing while the sun rises. It's pretty awesome, and it's just a really cool festival on the mountain.
Fantastic. So we'll give it a couple more minutes to let those questions come in, and then we'll wrap things up and get ready for the next 6x6 starting at the top of the hour.
Yo.
All right, so with that, we are at time for this session. So I want to thank all of the participants and panelists for joining us this evening. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And again, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. In fact, there's another one starting in just about 15 minutes. So be sure to sign up for those additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at the same website where you registered. And with that, I will say good night to everybody who is done for the evening. And I'm sure I'll see a few of you in about 15 minutes. And to the rest of you, have a great evening.